That's Money Brown, man. Earnston Jr. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money, so I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV and keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on out there, Fight World? This your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one right here is on two legends in this boxing game. We got Canelo Alvarez, the hottest fighter on the planet, the 4th division world champion, the undisputed super middleweight world champion, the #1 pound for pound king right now, and the money man. Then we have Mike Tyson. We all know the youngest undisputed heavyweight champion, a legend in the game. We all know Mike Tyson's story. But Mike Tyson came out, everybody showed Canelo love in one sense, and then took it away from him in another sense. We can't be doing that, Mike. I want y'all to listen to what Mike had to say, and y'all know Money B will be back with a great assessment, family.
Who are you picking to win, Canelo or Plant?
The champion, yes.
Why?
Well, he's proven himself to be the best fighter of his generation, and he deserves to have the nod. Canelo got to stop picking his own opponents, man. He needs to be in there with Cello, both of them. He needs to fight both of them.
Charlos.
He needs to fight both of them. Then fight that guy Benavidez.
Are they the same way?
Benavidez,
Benavidez. Fight both of them. Because he got to get ready for Benavidez. He's going to fight those two brothers, then he fight Benavidez. Man, if I was him.
Now, as y'all see, man, Mike gave Canelo love in one sense, and then he kind of took it away saying Canelo got to stop picking his own opponents, man. So, Mike, I love you, man. I love you. You one of the reasons I got to watching boxing. I do believe that you do got love for Canelo Alvarez. I do think you do, bro. I don't think you follow the sport like everybody else because you don't know these kids' names. You know about them, but you don't know of them. You don't know the things that's going on, right? We know you got a lot going on in your busy life, Mike Tyson. We know these things. But you said he's the champion. He deserved a nod, and he fought his way to be considered the best of his generation, right? So, Mike, to say that is to say that Canelo is doing his motherfucking thing in boxing. He's doing the right things. When you see him knock out a Caleb Plant like that, you got to give him his credit and his just due. You can't take that away from him. You can't. There was a lot of people out here picking Canelo to lose the fight. A lot of people. And I'm saying because people pick Canelo to knock him out and Canelo knocked him out, don't mean that he's not this, he's not that. No, bro. I had Canelo beating his ass, knocking him out. You feel me? But it was cats out there that was diehard thinking Caleb Plant was going to beat Canelo Alvarez. So when we're looking at the situation, Mike, you can't take credit away from Canelo and say that he got to stop picking his opponent when he fighting all the champions in the division that he was in. I'm tired of people discrediting world champions, bro. I'm tired of people discrediting world champions, bro. Caleb Plant was an undefeated world champion. Fuck what Teddy Atlas talking about tomorrow he was built up. Because if that's the case, it's Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, and David Benavidez records build up as well. Because they haven't done too much more than fucking Caleb Plant or Callum Smith or Billy Joe Saunders. That's why I tell y'all people, man, y'all got to watch the narratives. Watch the narratives and what these people be saying. Caleb Plant was talking all that shit. He gonna do this, he gonna do that. Canelo told that boy, you're not on my level. He told him that. I told y'all that. But when Canelo went in there and did what he did and got this man up out of there, bro, in impressive fashion in the 11th round, showed that his power carried still to the 11th round after hawking Caleb Plant down, breaking him down and getting his ass up out of there. People want to take credit from Canelo Alvarez from a brilliant performance. They want to take credit from him from a brilliant performance. And we're not going to let that happen. We don't know if Charlo get in there and do better than Caleb Plant. We don't know if he do better than Billy Joe or Callum Smith. We just don't know. We going off the eye test, and Charlo is a hell of a fight. I respect Jamal Charlo. Love the strong jab in him, bro. Love it. Love it. But in one sense, they say, oh, if he fight a puncher, that's the only fighters he fight because, they're going to be right there with him so he can hit. So if you go in there and beat Charlo, they're going to say, oh, Charlo was just right there. He stood in front of him. Or he waited too long. He moved him up to 168. I'm telling y'all the excuses, man, because I do this shit. If you fight Benavidez, they're going to say Benavidez squared straight up. He was still young. He had the heart of a mentality, but he didn't have the experience. You know what I'm saying? Canelo 60 fights in. Canelo has all experience. Benavidez is a hell of a fighter. He's young, but let him grow. Let Canelo catch him in his prime. Canelo caught him at the right time. I understand this game. I does this shit, bro. You feel me? No knock to Benavidez. No knock to Charlo. No knock to Caleb Plant. But to the legends like Mike Tyson, to the people like Teddy Atlas, Andre Ward, You did? Y'all have to give credit what credit is due, bro. You feel me? Y'all been at the highest of the pinnacle. Y'all know the sacrifice and the discipline it takes to stay there. Y'all know it, man. And y'all know how hard it is to beat undefeated world champions that don't know how to lose. Y'all know them dudes are stubborn. But because Canelo going in there and beating these motherfuckers' ass, breaking their eye sockets, knocking their ass out, you know, to him, he got to be held to a different standard. You dig? Oh, he got to fight this fighter, this fighter, this fighter, and this fighter. Even though he's doing great things, like becoming undisputed, like trying to be a 5-division world champion, trying to be the greatest Mexican fighter of all time, trying to be one of the greatest to ever lace him up. And like you said, Mr. Mike Tyson, bro, he earned the right. He earned the right to be the greatest fighter of this generation. You understand what I'm saying? Like I say, people forget about Canelo rise. They forget about his early career, what he did at 22, 23, 20. You didn't turn a professional at 15. They forget about that shit. How quickly they forget. How quickly they forget. But Mike Tyson, you say you got to stop picking his opponents. Listen, man. Canelo earned the right to choose who you want to give a payday to. He earned the right to choose who you want to give a payday to. And I love that he stood up and told you motherfuckers, I do what I want to do. This is my era. You dig? Don't be jealous of me because I get to control shit. Y'all was under control. I control. It's a difference. It's a difference. You think Mike Tyson wanted to stay up on a fucking Don King like that? You think he wanted Don King to rip him off all the money that he had? You think he didn't want to have insights on who he can pick to fight? Trust me, he would have. He wanted that freedom, but he couldn't have it. He couldn't have it. Because y'all was being controlled by the promoters. The mob had their hand in on things. Everything was an organized crime ring. And I still look at boxing as an organized crime ring. But now the fighters have more freedom. The fighters have control over their careers, as it should be. As it should be. Shouts out to Floyd Money Mayweather for helping that shit come to existence. We got to get credit where credit is due. Shouts out to him for helping that come into existence with Al Heyman. Open up the door for people like Canelo, Earl Spence, Gervonta Tank Davis, and them to go out there and have some say-so on their fights. And we know Tank up under Mayweather, but y'all get what I'm saying. But now that Canelo's in control of his career, he got up from up under the Golden Boy regime that was trying to fuck him over. And now he's making shit happen on his own terms, moving on his chessboard like he want to. It's chess, not checkers. It's chess, not checkers. When we talking about the long haul, when we talking about the long run, when we talking about staying fresh and going out there to be the greatest or one of the greatest, it's certain sacrifices you got to make. Everybody not gonna like every move, period. Everybody not gonna like every move. But you can't let no motherfucker discourage you or throw you off your course or your great path. And Canelo is on a great path. And he's fulfilling his destiny to become the greatest Mexican fighter of all time and one of the greatest to ever lace him up. Now, you say he should fight both Cholos, Mike. We already know that he's not going to fight Jamel. Jamel is at 154. He don't look like he want to come up no time soon. Canelo's not coming back to 160. Jamal Charlo is the fight that everybody want to see him fight, but Jamal Charlo was offered a fight that PBC turned down. That PBC turned down. They turned the offer down, right? With Benavidez, he lost his title on the scale. He did that. That's his fault. He lost his title. You did? So, if Canelo decides to bless them with an opportunity to get into that ring and fight, I would love to see it. I want to see them fight. I want to see Canelo, show y'all that he is who he is. Because I do got to beat Charlo and David Benavidez. He already knocked Caleb Plant the fuck out. That's done and over with. Was people were saying Caleb Plant was better than Benavidez and fucking Charlo. You see what I'm saying? But now he's cherry picking. So when he get in there with Benavidez and break his ass down and get him out, do the same thing to Charlo, right? I want y'all to keep that same energy. Canelo's not going nowhere, bro. If he go up to 200 pounds, he's challenging himself in a division that he never fought at, regardless of what people want to say. Regardless, he's going to do what he want to do, period. He's bringing the money to the sport. He's putting the asses in the seats. You know what I'm saying? And he's still doing great things that people want to discredit him for. So damn if he do, damn if he don't. But to Mike Tyson, If you're going to give credit, stand on that shit. Don't go back on your words. I feel like you listening to other people, you see what's going on, and people saying they need to fight this fighter and that fighter, and not having the real insight on what's going on. Because like I said, I don't think Mike Tyson followed the sport of boxing like that. Maybe when it comes to the big fights and things of that nature, he probably know a few fighters and little names, but he's not following the sports, the ins and the outs like we do right now. It's a different day. It's a different era, bro. A different day, a different era. You know what I mean? He focusing on his exhibition, trying to get his money, and I respect that. But Tyson, don't hate on Canelo. Don't say that shit. Don't fall into that trap that people trying to put you in, because that's all it is. It's a trap. Canelo is fighting the best of the best. He's fighting every style. All these dudes' styles are kind of similar, so if you've seen one, you've seen all. It's just how they going on with the game plan. So Canelo Alvarez is on top, man. He earned his right to be on top. He's not ducking or dodging nobody. He want all the smoke with everybody, but you can only fight one person at a time. And becoming the 5 division world champion ain't bad when you're talking about going down in the history books as the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. So Eddie Reynoso is helped carving out his path to where he got to get to. And Canelo's going to follow suit and listen to his team, and I'm not pissed off at him, because they want what's best for him. And they know the things he got to do to overdo Chavez Sr., and that's what he's chasing. And trust and believe, David Benavidez, Jamal Charlo will get their time. They will get their time, bro. Canelo won't leave without fighting them. And when you put their ass down, I want y'all to give them all the respect and all the credit in the world, and don't say no bullshit. So to Mike, I respect you. You're the reason why I love boxing so much. But if you want to give Canelo his just doing his credit, give him his fucking just doing his credit, and don't take it back. Don't be a hypocrite. Period. Shouts out Canelo. You running this shit. Until then, this your boy Money's the NSBC moving. Everybody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to donate OG money on Cash App. TreyHunther52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share the videos. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.